Steph, Abby, and Matt. You're only a what if away from great holidays. What if? It's Aussie for travel. Steph, Abby, and Matt.
Brisbane wakes up with Steph, Abby, and Matt on B105.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast.
What a big show we had for a Friday.
Are we singing?
Yep. It's your turn now.
What do you want me to say in the podcast?
That we'll do the podcast as a musical. When did your child injure you? That's what we want to hear from you.
The whole idea of a musical is when you just can't get it out in words. Like you're supposed to be so passionate, it has to be a song.
Oh.
What's your favourite?
Oh, that makes sense.
No, don't say a smart comment now.
Because they were all passionately trying to work
Boring,
out.
okay.
And then now, as soon as they went, oompa, loompa, dooba dee doo,
Yeah,
I was like,
see?
oh, now I get it.
Yeah. I love
Dumpa.
musicals.
Yeah.
I don't know, Stav. It's changed over the years. When I was a little kid, I loved Cats. And I went and saw it a couple of times. And then I went and saw it again as an adult and hated
It's awful,
it.
isn't it? It's terrible.
Really bad. Doesn't even
Why
make
is it
sense.
bad?
There's no plot. It's just a bunch of cats catting it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved it. I loved Memories was my favourite song, which is the one that Delta Goodrem did. Les Mis is a classic.
Yeah.
But one of my favourite ones was from Away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my-
Come From Away.
Oh, my God.
Everyone raves about that. I wish I'd seen it.
So someone said to me, like, I was like, I couldn't go when we got an invite for it. And one of the lovely ladies from QPAC just said, hey, Abs, like, I'm going to have to insist you go to see it. Like, let me know. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll make time for it. And it was just absolutely phenomenal and one that you would have loved. Right. Absolutely loved, because it was just a group of people with chairs, no other props around. And it's a true story based on the 9/11 occurrence, and all these planes had to be diverted to this airport where no one ever landed. So it was Newfoundland.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was about all these planes coming in and getting diverted, and this was one of the planes that were there, and how going through customs and all of a sudden how people would change, how different nationalities as well. Like getting off these planes, you know.
Oh, so if you were from a certain ethnic group, they were treating you differently
Yeah,
to
but you were all just on the
Caucasian.
same plane together, and then everyone was
Yeah.
kind of turning on each other, and then there was like a love story for it, and then other people finding out on this plane that they had family members that had passed away.
Right.
Oh, honestly, if you ever get an opportunity, phenomenal.
Wild. Okay.
He's not going to do that.
No, I'm going to
You don't
take.
know that.
I'm honestly.
You don't
That's
know
my. We are going to go together. I'm going to take you. It's closed in London, but I'll find another place.
We'll do it. We'll do it like we do everything with Abby, kicking and screaming.
But you get there in the end,
You do.
and I don't even expect you to say thank you.
He might even cry.
Oh my gosh, you would so cry.
You reckon?
Yep.
What was the last movie you cried at? Just the ticket prices?
I don't know. I haven't cried at a movie. I cry at stuff on the internet,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Bridget Jones.
You know what's making me cry on the internet at the moment? Soldier videos are gone.
Yeah.
But this is what's making me cry on the internet is it's at, because obviously it's coming up to end of year. Must be like graduation in
Yeah.
America.
Oh, yes.
That's why they're all happening. And it's a man filming. It'll always be like a dad filming their child who's about to graduate or whatever, but it's a stepdad. And when they announce the kid's name, the stepdad doesn't know that they announced the last name of the kid and use his name. And that's their kid's way of telling them that they're actually going to change their name to their stepdad's name. And then the dad starts crying because he's like, what? And then the mum's there like, yeah, just so you know, we're going to the courthouse after this. And then there's like fully grown men sobbing. And I'm like, gets me every time.
Oh, there you go.
So
Imagine if they did
that's
that
my
in
latest
musical.
one. Yeah.
They could do it. Because what age did Ethan, or did he change his surname?
He did. He changed his name to my last name when he
was that the same time that Esther did? No.
Yeah, when we got married. Probably
Yeah.
around the time we got married.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been around the time we got married that we did that. Correct. So he would have been 10?
Oh, right. Yeah. So old enough to know that, his name's changing.
We obviously asked him first.
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
I wish I'd have kept mine. I didn't really realise at the time.
Kept your dad's
Yeah,
name?
it's weird because you can go back to it, I guess. But is that
A bit late now.
that was your mum's husband that you moved over here with?
Yes.
Yeah, right. And you don't have anything to do with him anymore, do you?
No.
No.
No. But it'd be too hard now.
Well, no. So I know this sounds a bit weird. Your birth certificate, right, has what name?
I don't know. It would be Tannehill.
So that's always your name. People always feel like, oh, no, it's not.
Oh, I just mean like to change, you'd have to change bank accounts.
Well, that's what people do when they're married. All you got to do is just take that certificate around and take it to the bank and take it to the passport. And what people don't realise, you're actually, like, I've got 2 different names on it. Like, your maiden name is always your maiden name. And your birth name's always your birth name.
I'd use it as my middle name, but then my initials are STD, so...
Okay. Yeah, you could do something weird like that, I guess. You can't ever change it to, like, Batman.
I changed my middle name to Optimus Prime once.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't think that went through.
But it's an option, though. You've got to try and request your birth certificate. Do you want me to do it for you?
No, I'll be okay.
Good, because you got to sign the papers. I tried. It's really hard. Like, Scotland is not part of...
We're our own little place, yeah.
Yeah, but normally all the birth certificates from Europe you can get in one place, and then it has this little disclaimer, not Scotland. So then you got to go to theirs, and you can't even do it online. You got to print it out, fill it out.
I like to hide our secrets. They're called secrets for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know if they do it just to buy them more time, right? Right, he wants his birth certificate, all right?
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our secrets. Racist.
But if you want to,
How is
you
that
can do
racist?
it.
I've got a slither of Scottish in
Yes,
me.
we all do, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to make any Australian jokes because you haven't got any in you. We tried to do your DNA, remember? You're all Scottish.
That's true. You can't be white to racist. Can't be racist to white people. Who says that? Society, mate. Hey, let's get it on with the podcast.
Remember last week we were talking about when you accidentally injure your kid?
Yeah.
Thank you for not saying anything when you saw me this morning. Did you just think it was a pimple, so you thought you shouldn't?
I always look into your beautiful eyes
whatever,
to
okay.
see your
Oh my
soul.
But now
so
I wanna
miss the
ask-
giant scab on your face.
When did your kid injure you?
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to put accidentally because up to you.
Right.
Yeah.
But 13, 10, 60, when did your kid injure you? Because yesterday, my youngest, Koa, and I, we were trying to clean up downstairs, right? Because my parents are going to come visit, and when they're not there, it's just a storage cabinet of just crap that I've been meaning to throw out. So I was like...
It's the room.
It's
where
the
you
room.
that's where things go to live until
I
someone
don't want to
needs
throw it out,
Yeah.
but that's the room.
Yeah.
And one thing that I didn't throw out because I thought it was embarrassing to have it at the bin was a cardboard cutout of myself
Oh, yeah, your big giant head.
that you guys got.
We never got that, do we?
Someone did for us.
Cheerleading.
No, I don't ever remember being a part of that. No.
Stop it.
That one there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
Why
giant
would you
head.
throw that away? That's a
I
great...
want to throw it out, but I can't put it in the bin because people will see it at rubbish day that I've got a photo of myself.
Yeah, that is
Do you know what I mean?
That's a tough one,
So
isn't it?
He had it yesterday, and because I had it face down because embarrassing, I had it face down. So he picked it up and he's like, ah! And then he was trying to be like, kiss yourself, and went boom in my face. And I started bleeding from a cardboard cutout of myself.
And now the photo's not accurate.
Embarrassing. And I was like, ow. And he just looked at me. I'm like, you know you're allowed to say sorry if you hurt someone. He goes, no, just pretend it didn't happen. I'm like, it's bleeding.
Did you have the moment, I don't know if mums get it, but dads get it, I reckon, where you have this rage come over you and your automatic reaction is to slap them back and you have to go, whoa, no.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like it hurts so much.
You want to know why? Because that's a reaction you'd have as a kid when it was a sibling.
Yes.
And you would react back like that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was in so much pain, I screamed. Like, and then he just didn't let me. I was like, whoa.
And your eyes water?
Yeah, and then he started to tear up but wouldn't say sorry. So I was like, oh.
Did it bleed a lot?
Yeah, but it's not that deep, but it's just a bit obvious.
Face
Yeah.
bleeds a lot. You reckon it's broken?
But Scotty was at football with our eldest. He comes home, he goes, what'd you do? And I went, a cardboard cutout of myself hit me. And he goes, oh, yeah. I'm like, yep.
Business as usual around this joint.
Just me dancing with my face.
Technically, you headbutted yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, anyway. So,
Kids, hey.
I know. And he didn't mean to, but at the same time, I was like, oh, this really
Or did he?
hurts.
Or did he?
Yeah, probably.
And it's always the face.
Yeah.
Always the face.
Or for guys, the balls. They have a heat seeker for those when they're kids.
Well, it's their level, I guess,
That's true.
isn't it?
Yeah.
13 10 60. When did your kid injure you? Your call's next. Stand by.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Yeah, at the moment I just got a bit of I was going to say gash. It's not a gash, it's just red.
It's like an abrasion.
Oh, good use of the word. But in between my eyes, so it looks a little bit funny that my son accidentally did. He was playing with a cardboard cutout of myself, asked me to kiss it. And I was like, I'm not going to kiss it. It's yuck, no. And then he...
Bonked you on your noggin.
Yeah.
Gave
13
your
turns
noggin a
60.
flogging.
Yeah, well, when did your kid injure you?
Jess and Alex Hills, when did your kid injure you?
Hey, great story. My son and I headed down to the local park to practice his baseball pitches, and best pitch in the world to me, and I caught it with my eye socket instead of my glove.
Oh, no.
So, grazed the cornea, fracture underneath. Full side of the face was nice and black, ready for the work conference I was hosting at Noosa that weekend.
No.
Wow.
No.
But super proud of him. It was the best pitch he'd ever done, but the last year of baseball for him.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Solid throw.
At least you got to walk, I guess.
Yeah.
What did you just had to say? Oh, it was a baseball injury.
Yeah, it was really hard because I run swim schools, right? So I'm on pool deck a fair bit, and I had to walk around with sunglasses.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because seeming hungover is a lot better than that story, Jess.
Tanisha in Springwood, when did your kid injure you?
So my 2-year-old daughter decided to build a pillow fort on just a normal double bed, and she decided it might have been eight pillows high. She dived off, and I was sitting there with my legs crossed. Her head smashed the inside of my inner knee, and the pain was that unbearable that I woke up to the kid's dad going, Tanisha, you just passed out. What's going on? She knocked me completely unconscious.
Wow. And how was her head?
Look, she cried for about 10 seconds, but by then I had blacked out, so I don't know how long after that it went for. But by the time I come back to, she was absolutely fine. No crying, no bruise, no nothing.
I hear, Tanisha, if they get hurt, play dead.
Oh, my God.
I think I actually played dead a bit too far this time.
I think I'd be too scared that mine would just carry on.
Yeah, wow.
Latoya, some great names in this round. In the sunny coast, how did your kid injure you?
So we went to wash the car together, and he thought it was funny to try and wet me. And within maybe 2 steps, he turned the high pressure hose directly into my eye.
Oh, my gosh. That is so painful.
Yeah, it tore skin off my face. I was instantly bleeding and actually scratched my eyeball. So,
wow, he gurneyed you.
Yeah, literally gurneyed me.
Wow.
Yeah, with tire and engine cleaner coming through the hose too.
So
it was
filled
not
up
only...
the little.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Does he still wash the car?
I had to continue still washing the car that day. He got in the car really upset and guilty and wouldn't talk to anyone for 5 hours.
It's so funny, isn't it? You end up apologising to them because they feel so bad they just go into a real...
Yeah.
You're right.
Latoya, was it, so that wasn't at home, it was done at one of those ones where you put the coins in and you're on a timer?
Yes.
No. So you're also
and we'd just gotten there too, so I was determined after a massive lineup to finish washing the car whilst holding my eye.
Oh my God. I just realised. I'm like, why did he go and sit in the car and not his room for the rest of the... Oh, no.
I know, and then meanwhile the pressure's on because you're like, I'm blowing $5 here. I'm going to have to put another 5 in if I take too long to recover.
Literally, yeah.
All the kids listening going, see, that's why I'm not going to wash the car.
Yeah.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
7 years until the Brisbane Olympics, but we need to come up with a mascot. You know, something that represents Brisbane. And we were thinking, and I was just presuming an animal because I guess it's been like that for the Sydney Olympics, Commonwealth Games.
Matilda, the winking kangaroo.
Just don't limit yourself, I believe. You can do anything.
What's the Australian animal, though?
You can be anything you want to be
What
these
about
days.
Australian animal in thongs?
No
Taylor.
idea is a bad idea.
Taylor, what do you think the Brisbane Olympics mascot should be?
Look, I think we should personify the city itself and have a brown snake.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, see, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
And just like a friendly one. Like it's a cartoon one.
Yeah.
How do you make a snake look friendly?
Like
Smile.
Smile.
Oh, yeah.
And the fangs are a little bit less.
No thanks. No thanks.
A little bit less bitey.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about it looking like a poo, though?
You could maybe add some blue to it.
Yeah, we could do some colour. I know it's a brown
Just
shape.
something to think about.
Yeah.
Something long and brown.
Yeah.
They could dye into the expo.
Yeah. Around the world, if they don't know that is our snake.
That's true. Friend of mine, Kim, on Facebook said bull shark. Plenty in the river.
Yep.
Bull shark.
I always just feel like we don't want to scare off people. Like, this is our chance to be put on the map.
It's got to be cute, you reckon?
I think so.
Cute shark?
Scotty. Hello.
Yes. Hi. I'm thinking like a plant, like a cactus or something.
A cactus.
A cactus is
There's a bit of strength and like the longevity and endurance and
good at droughts.
Yep. Defense.
I think if you were going to do a Brisbane plant, though, it'd have to be the hacienda trees, wouldn't it?
Oh.
The jacaranda?
Yeah.
What did you call it?
Hacienda. So, yeah,
I think that has a cute side to it too. Like if you can cuten it up with the eyes, and cactus have the arms and everything too.
Yeah, they do.
The arms are already
They
there.
do.
Yes.
We do flood a lot here in Brisbane, so we could just have a body of water as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're being a bit negative about this. No. I'm just like, have you thought about a snake? It looks like a poo. Why don't we have thongs, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Do you want no mascot?
No, I want a mascot. All I'm saying is just broaden your horizons.
Tabby, what do you think the Brisbane mascot should be?
I reckon it should be a cassowary because we want to bring notice to an animal that's not that common. It's down in Queensland and everything.
Yes, that's cute. They got colours, right? The males have colours, don't they? Yeah.
And any animal that can pin you down and gut you with its claws.
Whoa.
Well, that's what they do. Like raptors from Jurassic Park.
They're a little bit dangerous, aren't they?
They're very dangerous. They'll kill you.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that, though.
It's a great
Come to Brisbane, we'll kill you.
Tabby.
Don't step out of line.
Shaden, hello.
G'day.
Hey, mate, what do you reckon?
I reckon I hear Olympics, Australia, I automatically think of RayGun.
Now we're getting somewhere, Shaden.
No, come on. But do you think
could
that
be
will
the
be,
mascot.
in 7 years' time, it will still be relevant, though?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You think
okay.
Australia, Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely can't forget about RayGun.
That's
yes,
true.
as long as people respect us for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Duh.
Sally Ann, what do you reckon?
I think the mascot should be a magpie.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of for that. I reckon that'd be good.
Bit
A
swoopy?
magpie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard, isn't it, to pick an animal in Australia that doesn't hurt you?
Well,
Yeah,
maybe.
it is. 'Cause I swear all the animals in Australia do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you reckon that's why they went with the koala previously?
Maybe.
Well, they do look cute. They're easier to make look cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like outside of a koala.
Probably should be a koala when you think of how much chlamydia is going to be in the Olympic Village.
Why do you have to keep bringing that up every time? I just
Because
feel
otherwise
like
people will forget.
they won't. You
And he
keep
doesn't
telling-
want to catch it again.
Yeah. Prevention is better than cure.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
The Run It Straight Challenge, which has already claimed a life in New Zealand. Video of NRL fans running into each other at full speed has experts sounding plenty of alarms.
It's been around for a couple of months now. Producer Ash was asking me about it this morning.
Yeah.
And it is something that I have been following because you know my love for rugby league. And my son has started playing this year for the first time. Now, my wife has never wanted any of our children to play rugby league.
Right.
Does she go to the games?
She does
Yeah.
go to the games. But I think if she had her choice, she probably would discourage them playing.
Yeah.
But Xander loves it. He really wants to play. And I think this Run It Straight challenge, if you don't know what it is, it started as a TikTok trend.
Well, it started being a sport over in America, hasn't it?
Well, I think people have started to do events is what
Yeah.
they've done. So it was originally a TikTok trend. People have started doing events where they get people together. And you'll notice most of the ones you see online, they're big boys that run directly at each other. One's got the ball, one's essentially the tackler, and the whole goal is to pretty much knock someone out.
Yeah.
That's all it really is. Now, a young boy in New Zealand did die a couple of weeks ago from this. They did a Run It Straight. They were just mucking around, him and his mates, ran straight at this other kid, bang, knocked him out, head trauma, and he died.
Yeah.
It's a really, really dangerous game that kids are playing, and it popped up at footy training a couple of weeks ago with my boys, the under-11s.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, shoot, let's do a run it straight. Let's do a run it straight." And I came barreling over, and I was like, "No. And I think it's something, if you've got a son or a daughter, and even if they're not just into rugby league, because kids are starting to talk about this and play it just in the backyard.
Right.
And what's dangerous about it is the whole intention is you don't run it straight when you play contact sports.
No.
You run at gaps.
Yeah.
Well, the closest thing is a shoulder charge, and they're illegal nowadays.
Correct, yeah. And I think this type of behaviour is what's going to ruin contact sports, because parents aren't going to want their kids to play any contact sports because they can see how dangerous it can be because it's not being done properly. You know, kids need to learn how to tackle, and standing up straight and dropping a shoulder into someone is not how they teach kids to tackle in rugby league. And I assume it's probably the same in AFL. They teach them a technique where they put their head to the side, where they do it safely. And also to the runners, you should be really, in football, you should be teaching the other kids how to land safely, you know, how to not get hurt when you are running at the same time.
It's like that slap competition.
Yeah.
Just as stupid. The only thing you're going to win out of that is concussion.
I think it's also being across all the trends, though. You know, when you kind of go with this TikTok. You remember years ago, it was planking.
Of
Remember,
course.
like, planking from high buildings and stuff like that, and trying to be across it just so you're aware to go, hey, this is what
Extreme
happened.
ironing. Remember that one?
Well, like, because I spoke to Finny about this. I was like, hey, just so you know, like, something happened. Have you heard of Run It Straight? And he goes, well, yeah, everyone's heard of it, but we don't do it at school. When, like, you know, we don't do it. And I was like, great. So what were you playing today? And they were playing tackle Red Rover.
Yeah, right. Bull rush.
I'm like, yeah, but still, you know, you only need to get like a high one and get clothesline. And the reason I was asking about that is because he's got a black eye. And he's like, no, I did that when I was walking. I'm like, come on, mate.
Well,
But
in his defence slightly, we do play that at football training.
But
the difference is when you do it, you're tackling. So you're thinking about your technique and what you should be doing.
I find it really hard with football because I absolutely love the game. I'm an AFL fanatic, but I do find it hard to watch the games
When it's
now.
your kids?
Well, because I got 4 of them playing. That's hubby as well.
Yes.
And it's just, you know, you want them to be fit and you want them to do a sport that they absolutely love, but things can go wrong. And when you see things like this, it gives all of it a bad name.
Well,
I think it's trying to separate it from it.
Yeah. And I think if part of the conversation should just be, you know, we talk about Origin and we want those big hits and everyone goes, just smash him. But what you need to remember is they're professionals who are using technique and tackling properly, and you shouldn't be encouraging that in the game with your child to be like, get out there and take his head off. Well, that's not what the game is.
You say that's professional. How many of them come out since and said that they actually want alterations in the game? They're not the ones calling for it because a lot of them have so many brain injuries as a result of it.
And I think they are getting a lot better at it.
Just be gentle.
Just be gentle.
Let's make more skills, less body contact.
Yeah, but I think it's just a really important one if you've got a rugby league or AFL or union fan child, even just one of your boys who gets out, make sure you talk to them about this because one silly game where you think it's going to be a bit of fun has ended with a kid dying.
It's hard to explain that to teenage boys, and I only want to use it as an example of how much were you guys idiots.
Oh, hugely idiots. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah. And I always find, you know, I just used to always have to go through with my kids about fire because I remember what my brother was like. You know, just little things where you're like...
Yeah.
Does the boy brain just develop a little bit slower?
I don't think it's ever fully developed. I don't think we ever catch girls, unfortunately.
But it is just being aware of it and having that conversation because I think when you do sort of go, hey, this is what's occurred, what's happening in your circle of friends, and the fact that they know about it all.
It feels like to me, remember when there was a couple of deaths because boys got dared to eat slugs, right?
We've talked about that as well, yeah.
Remember that? And that was just a silly moment with boys. And I've said that to all of my kids as well. I'm like, if someone dares you eat a snail, don't. But we all talked about it. And this one I'm really passionate about because not only are people dying, but it is also going to ruin rugby league and sports when parents aren't going to let their kids play because they're doing it. So have a chat with your kids today.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
The girls have gone wild. You've gone wild. Girls gone wild.
They've gone wild.
We're mums who never get out and do anything.
Give me one margarita, 2 margaritas, give me 3 margaritas, margarita.
Mum's gone wild.
It's the middle of the year, you know, the end of school term is upon us and it's time to reset. Return to thyself is how I would like this Mum's Gone Wild event to be.
Okay.
And then regret everything we did and just be on the straight and narrow after that. So if you want to come along, just go to b105.com.au, go to the win page. You and a friend can come along, like Carmen from Silkstone is going to do. Morning.
Hello. Morning.
When's the last time that you can remember going wild?
It would have been about a year and a half just after my second child was born. If you can't hear him in the background, I apologise.
No, that's right.
We're so used to it, we can't even hear it anymore.
Oh, honestly.
Yeah.
One of them was just running on the coffee table and has just fallen off and hurt themselves. I'm like, well, who's to blame?
Yes.
Gravity. Gravity's to blame there, Carmen.
See, this is an opportunity just to sort of reset, you know, hang out with a lot of other mums or people that identify as mums and a girlfriend. Who are you going to bring along?
I'm going to bring my work wife, who is also dying for a night out. She's got, her kids are a lot older than me, and so we constantly talk about at work how we're close to an early 2000s Britney Meltdown, if you understand.
Yes, yeah.
So she completely understands,
Yeah, I always think you would have that breakdown, Carmen, if you had time. You know what I mean?
Oh, honestly, yeah, thought about it.
And if you did, like, no one would be there, you know, to be able to watch it. So you just got to keep carrying on.
Oh, well, yeah.
You'd be in the middle of it and then the kids would be like,
Mum,
where are my
they'd have to
shoes?
stop me halfway.
Yeah. Just say, I love what you're doing there, Mum, but I cannot find my school bag.
It would be more so. My daughter would be more so. You know, can I help?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can help.
Hey, the last night out you had, it ended at the Wickham. What happened there?
So it was a hens night, and the theme was hippie retro. And of course, I went on Temu and absolutely just bought everything you possibly could, and teamed the theme. And ended up, let's just say, I ended up on the stage with the lovely queens and rocked it. I still had the bruises on my legs from doing a floor show now.
Wow. Okay.
So peer pressure and I are best friends, and it takes nothing for me to do anything.
Did you say team the theme?
Team the theme, yeah, 100%.
I feel like we do have to have a theme. We'll think about it. I think we definitely need to theme it up.
Do it.
Yeah.
Glitter sparkles.
Glitter, I think
don't
some
know.
glitter sparkles, but I do want to make it comfortable because I just want to be able to, yeah. So I'm thinking no high heels.
Way.
Yeah.
I want to get dressed up and look good.
See, everyone keeps
Come
saying
on.
that, and I'm like, I just feel like I want to wear sneakers.
I wear comfy every day. You need something good, right?
She wants to hurt, Abby. She wants to be in pain.
We can make painful in
I
other
want
ways.
you to look good and feel good, all that.
All right.
Right.
We'll think about it.
So what are you saying then if Abby's going comfy shoes? Are you going to go like full stilettos or something, Carmen?
Definitely not, but I will wear something. I don't know. Depends on what we're going with.
Yeah, it depends what the theme is.
Right.
Right.
A sensible wedge, says Ash in the.
No, we're not doing
phone room.
sensible wedges. They're never sensible. Cowboy boots is fun. I do like cowboy boots. Would you do cowboy boots?
They are fun. I would do cowboy boots.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Cowboy Carter party.
Oh, it's not a country album.
I didn't
We'll have a
mention
think. We'll have a think.
We'll have a think.
Controversial.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Carmen. Well, we will see you at Mum's Gone Wild, June 28. You're in. You've got a double pass.
Yeah.
Good
Thank you,
stuff.
guys.
Good on ya. Go to b105.com.au. Register now.
Stab Abby and Matt.
Alpha Bucks 6, 7, and 8. We're going to play on Monday. Here are some of your answers.
6, it's G. Some of your answers are grapefruit, gates, and goat. 7, it's H. Some of your answers are hat, hammer, and heat. 8 a.m. it's M. Some of your answers are marketing. Mariah Carey, who'll be here for Friday's Live. And mascara.
Righto, see you Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.